Okay, so I've just downloaded the latest OpenBrush version that has been built and in the middle of being tested on the Icosa Tilt Brush community. So if you haven't already, jump into the Icosa Discord, join that, and you can see there's a whole bunch of development work being done to, I guess, for this amazing VR art community that just, I guess, loves Tilt Brush and doesn't want to see um, the opportunities that came with that disappear, such as the poly uh, library, so you can check each other's work out, along with continuing to develop, so that we as virtual reality artists can keep pushing the boundaries of what virtual art can be. So really appreciative to the community working on this. So yeah, this is one of the latest builds of OpenBrush, as you can see, that new logo, the sketchbook. And yeah, I'm going to show you some of the experimental brushes that came, well, that were, I guess, opened up to us when Tilt Brush went open source. So I'll go through those and show you a few other things that were also experimental. The drafting lines, the double mirror, which is pretty exciting because you can do some awesome things with it. Just, some easy to make some beautiful flowers quickly, whatever you kind of want with that. So, that's a great tool, the mirror. Awesome hypercolor effects and stuff. I do like the light wire. I'm just going to go different shades of fun. So, you can do some really cool, intricate stuff with the double mirror option. Just undo and delete through. And because this is still in testing mode, I'm going to be testing some stuff while we go. And I probably shouldn't have undid any of that because I want to show another amazing thing. Let's do something again. So let's make just some basic shapes with the mirror, and then the rebrush tool I'm super excited about because that means I can actually change things to a new brush, and that's changed it to the rainbow brush, but a really small version of it, which is because I painted the original with a small brush. So what I'm going to do is quickly try making something a bit bigger. Okay, so let's rebrush something like that. It's a bit bigger now. So yeah, you can see that easily changes to a completely different brush, which is pretty amazing. And I'm excited to keep using that one. That's going to be terrific. And then, yeah, that's sort of the major ones that most people want to know about. So I'm just going to turn off those and get started and looking through some of the new brushes. So let's start, and I'm just going to go to a more sort of neutralish color. And actually, also want to change my environment because I actually love painting this place. It's my favorite thing. Damn moon gets in the way though. And Holiday and I were just talking about how we would love a version of Space without the moon and the Snow World without the snowman, just because, yeah, sometimes when you want to use the space for those items, you have to keep moving away from them, and it's harder to work with. So yeah, we hopefully things like that will be easy for, well, not easy, but as a community, we can suggest things that can be part of the development process as an open source software. So yeah, I'll show you the glitch. Mylar tube. So this is actually one of my favorites of the new brushes. Because you can see it just, it's so cool. Besides being, I guess, extremely pretty with its iridescence. Yeah, it can also do some pretty cool, weird sort of shape stuff, I guess. So that's going to be a real fun one to work more with. Rain. So some of these brushes don't allow you to get much bigger in size, or sometimes it's possibly just my Vive controller because it is pretty old and I've banged it around one too many times. But yeah, you can see that this is a cool rain brush. So if I do a whole bunch of this sort of rain, and then actually before I do that, I'm going to change the color to be a bit darker, so it's almost in your face. So, that's going to be pretty effective to do some rain stuff. You'll be able to do a bunch of fun stuff with the rain. Have you ever seen the rain? Okay, next, dry brush. Leaky pen. And as I said, I'm just going, actually, also wanted to try the eraser on everything as I go because some of these don't work. Sparks. So warning on that one if you have light sensitivity, because yeah, it is a bit intense. But yeah, it's going to be cool to do some stuff with. Like you can make some cool little sparks and things using the sparks brush. Wind. So this is one that I know Kevo has also used and loved. I think it's going to be great for some sort of animation to a scene. I can see it working really well as sort of water flow. I do that a bit with some of the movement brushes. You paint a sort of have the diamond brush to give like a reflective stream, and then some of the movement tools in there to make things look a little bit more, water-esque. Some of these you get a little bit of movement going. So something that I guess I'm also been testing in these brushes is that in the traditional top brushes, you can change how these brushes looks by the different um, using different shades or light darker shades to slow down how the brush animates. That's a really cool trick to know. So the brighter the brush color, the faster the animation usually works. So like the darker you go down, the slower things can work. So that's one specific brush that can do lots of different things. So that was in the waveform. So I have been looking to see how some of these work with that too. But just back to showing you all the new brushes. So this is another bubbles type brush, and I actually are really into this one. I find the bubbles brush, the original that we currently have, sometimes animate a little bit all over the shop, and this one seems to be working a bit more of a stationary way that I could use for some of my things a bit more. So yeah, into it. I think some nice underwater stuff with it too. Tapered wire, so it's just like the wire brush, but it's tapering. So yep, that's going to be great. Square flat. I just realized before I started recording this and I didn't have any sound, so I'm redoing it. But I realized this one's going to be great for some, iterating quickly of some cityscapes and stuff. Because building some things easily with that square flat. Then we have the Geom thick duct tape. I don't actually know what the difference is with the other duct tape on this one. The original Tilt Brush devs, I'm sure, will let us know. Wireframe. Oh, I really like this. Um, Sorry, I just forgot I was on straight edge. So yeah, this has got a really nice flow to it too, but you can see it creates this beautiful sort of transparent ribbon with it. So yeah, that's super nice. And okay, so these brushes I call the problematic ones just because they still are because we're still in testing, but these also don't erase very well or have a delay on the undo sort of function. So this is candy cane or the Christmas poop. So yeah, you can see that gives a sort of Brady vibing Christmas colors. So I'm hitting undo. Yep, and you can see that went further back, and these don't undo automatically. They have a bit of a delay on them. Um, and yeah, the eraser doesn't work on these ones still. They'll probably disappear in a minute, but I'll show you. So this is pretty cool too. So you can see just from me dragging the tool around what kind of craziness this is doing. But yeah, it is like a Christmas tree. Look at that. Yeah. And those others, like I said, the undo has a delay. Same with this. So this will take a few moments before it will get rid of itself. I'll just show you a few more things so you can see that there's also some lights in there. But as the original Tilt Brush developers have said that these were experimental and left experimental for a reason, they still need more work, or they were just for testing and things like that. So keep that in mind if you're playing around with the new test builds. Okay, so Snowflake's probably one of my new faves. I think I have 3 new faves, like total faves. So all favorites, but some kind of get up there a bit higher. And this one because it's going to be pretty cool to make some really pretty flowers and things with this. It's Snowflake, and unfortunately though, it's super buggy still. So selection doesn't work, erase doesn't work, and it also has a delay on it. Um, just trying to get a better light. I'm gonna switch environments just. Just gonna turn the fog off and actually just give a little bit of light, but not too much. I just want you to see some reflections, but not have it interfere too much with um, the way we're lighting is hitting these brushes. Okay, so Snowflake. So that's not going to undo, but it also undid because it doesn't look like. All right, just ignore me because I'm just having some problems. I'll just go in here. You get the idea right now, anyway. So yeah, this you can also do some really super intricate kind of stuff. It's like a mirror brush in itself, I suppose. Because I didn't undo that one, that'll probably stay in the scene for a bit. But yeah, I like this one. So the smaller the brush, and I guess the further away you put it from the start point is how you can get more creative with it. And so if I pull things together, then it gets a little fatter. I drag straight away. I'm just gonna get that style. So I'm hitting undo as I go, but again, because of that delay, you'll see it work a bit funny. But yeah, I just like that you can make these sort of quick little, oh damn it, I keep forgetting, quick little flowers. So that is the snowflake. Sorry, I'm going a bit fast in my movements too, I forget. I'm filming. So this is the braid. It's kind of cool, like a DNA type strand. Also has a delay on being deleted. Doesn't really matter what color, because it'll keep that same color. The muscle though, I have to go to red to show you. Actually, the more muscle color. So I like it. Its namesake kind of looks like human muscle. Pretty cool. Guts again. Actually, this looks better if I do it more like intestines. So yeah, fire 2. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's less busy than the original fire. Tube tune inverted. If you know the tune brush and the original, and this is the inverted version, which is kind of cool, and going to be awesome to do some comic style, sort of 2D flat artwork with. Dot marker. So it's like creating dots. Do some kind of bokeh stuff with that, I suppose. Faceted tube. So this is kind of cool. Again, it's one that sort of doesn't really matter what color you go with. It's going to keep its original colors because it's replicating that. I guess, Tapered marker. So it's just like the marker brush with taper. Plasma. So this is kind of cool. I think it'd be awesome to do some sci-fi-esque stuff with that one too. This one doesn't work for me, the waveform particles, something going on with that. Bubble one, this is one of my new faves as well. So this is one of the 3 I was talking about. Because yeah, as you can see, it's like creating bubbles styles, but you can also do some really awesome shapes with, and I'm just thinking about all the endless sci-fi possibilities I can use it for. I was thinking earlier, I was like, oh, this would be cool for crystals, but it's a little bit, it's got I guess it's got movement and it's more organic, so it doesn't have like the hard edges. That's how it's not created. So that is okay because I still can use my diamond brush to, create sort of basic crystal shapes. It's not that hard to, bust out quick crystals and that. But loving the bubble because the diamond's probably one of my favorites. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Dance floor, and not sure if this is an issue with my Vive controllers because they're pretty shit. Haven't treated them the best, but also I think some of these brushes are just no size sort of options, so you can't change this brush size. But yeah, this is I guess kind of like a disco brush. Dance floor, waveform tube. So if I try and draw a straight line, you'll see how this works. So yeah, it creates a tube drafting, which just at the moment gives me similar to the ink brush, single-sided. Oh, this is great. So this is potential solution for Rosie when she's doing live shows and needs to hide something from the audience because this, oh my God, it's gone. It's there. It's gone. It's there. So this is the single-sided brush. If you're part of the Akosa Discord, you'll get the private joke on this. If not, join, and then you will get in on the joke. But the double-sided is also pretty awesome because look at that, 2 different colors. And what's neat is it's just the colors are beautiful. So they're all very complimentary of what's been chosen. I am sitting down at the moment. I'm tethered more ways than one, just because I'm charging one of my controllers too. So um, I could be showing you by moving around a bit more, but stationary. Just show you a few more. So look at that. Oh, 2 of my favorite colors together. And so that's double flat. Love it. Tube highlighter. Oh, this is another cool one. So it transparent tube brush, super cool. Gonna use that one a lot. I know it. The feather brush. This is beautiful too. I was in an all-girl band called Feathers for a while, so I would have used this brush a lot many years ago to make album art and stuff. But that's super pretty. I like that one. Other duct tape. Don't know the difference. You guys can tell us. Oh, okay. So this is the start of showing 2 brushes which have a hue shift, which are just beautiful. So they have a gradient, I guess, color change happening in them, and similar to that double-sided brush, just the colors are just beautifully complementary and gorgeous sort of flow. So you can see that one. Just keep moving along. So this is lace wing. This has a nice texture to it. So you can see that. Just going to go back to a lesser intense color. Show you marbled rainbow. So this, I guess, in certain lights has, you can see that, like, so when we get where is my sun in here? When the light hits it, you can see the rainbow colors. So it's like a rainbow reflection, I suppose. If we can get that turned up a bit more rainbow-esque, I think that'd be cool. This is the charcoal brush. The Keijuru tube. Keijuru? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is cool. So it's like I just accidentally undid before I showed you what it did, but like the neon pulse tool, it's a metallic tube-shaped one that pulses. Lofted hue shift. So, okay, ultimate number 1. I said I was top 3 favorites. This number 1, it's the lofted hue shift. So I just showed you the flat one, I guess. Oh, just hit my desk. But this is the lofted one. So I made a bit of a tree scene out of this yesterday. So you guys probably see that, but it's just pretty. And just some are more subtle shades than others when you go through the color spectrum. Did that one already. Purple. And I'm not sure if I showed this before, but various options now on the color picker. You can see all those. Super nice. Okay, wire lit. So like the original wire brush, but lit version. So Waveform Fft. I don't know what Fft stands for, but it's like the original waveform, but has yeah, I think it's different vibe to it, different style. Uh, Now, because I'm on a dark shade, I'm just going to show in this, just like the original, um, you know, the brighter your color, the faster your animation will move. Whew. So that was Waveform Fft Fairy. Oh, sorry. So you're gonna have to go a bit of a flow. So this is pretty lovely. Like it's making nice subtle fairy light vibes. Fading in and out is can work really well for some nice projects. Space. Um, so space. I guess it has a multicolored, so it's pretty bright. Let's go less bright, I suppose. You can see. Let's see if I can, there we go. That's a bit of viewing of it. Just get rid of those. Right. So it's sort of a rainbow color. So the darker you go from the color, but the brighter that you go, then the higher your neon vibe will be. But it's super pretty. Kind of reminds me of the rainbow brush, but in a different style. So what's this digital? This doesn't work for me from memory. Yep, nothing there. Race doesn't do much. Okay, smooth hull. So smooth hull um, is that. It gives you a lot uh, smoother shapes with your hull brushes. I'll just do an example of showing you creating a sphere, I guess. Little disc. Okay, so that's just using our smooth hull. And if I was to use our shiny hull and do the same thing, so just making a, oh, you can see the difference. It's definitely more noticeable if we do the severe trick. Oh, I always get the circle part, the sphere part stuck. There we go. So you kind of have to go a lot, quite large to get something sort of a smooth sphere shape with our shiny hull. Um, for example, if we use the smooth hull brush, oh, oh, you can see the difference. But keeping in mind, then that will be a lot higher poly count, I assume, because using more vertices. So just back to the new brushes, leaves. Oh, so leaf brushes, look quite good if you save your time cutting and pasting, copying a whole bunch of leaves that you've made. And nearly there, ink geometry. So yeah, that's like the ink brush, concave hull. So this is again some of these brushes. The original Tilt Brush devs have said were just for potential projects and things. So may not have actually had any work done to them properly and need a lot of work to get functioning. So these ones, I think, are a few of those. 3D printing brush they said was used for a specific project they were going to work on. But yeah, you can see that those all new brushes that you can play around with using the OpenBrush app. And there's more to try, like the audio reactivity with some of these. So I might be doing that later today, but I just wanted to show you the brushes, and because I carried on about my favorites, again, I'll just show you my dupe favorite. Shouldn't play favorites. Snowflake. Oh, can't undo, but yeah, I forgot to make it small enough. But yeah, there we go. And I loved it. Huge chef. It's probably my 3. Oh no, hang on. 4. Damn it. I lied. Probably my 4 UFave brushes. I better stop this now, otherwise I'm going to add a 5th, and then what's the point? Okay, thanks for watching along. And don't forget that double mirror action too, because it is super cool. And I can't wait to make more cool sci-fi stuff with some of these brushes. So see ya.